BBC Breakfast presenter Naga Munchetty suffered a blunder live on air during Friday's, April 25, show. BBC Breakfast's Naga Munchetty was left red-faced as she suffered an awkward mishap live on air. During Friday's, April, episode of the BBC hit show, the TV presenter, 50, was joined by co-host Charlie State, 62, as they presented the day's top stories from the iconic red sofa. However, just moments before they divided into their next segment, Naga caused chaos in the studio as she accidentally kicked her water bottle under her desk, making a loud bang. Co-star Charlie quickly pointed out the blunder as he turned to Naga and said, "Are you so angry about this next story that you're now kicking things under the table? What is happening here?" Naga pulled a face as she confirmed, "It was my water bottle." Shifting her attention to the next segment, she continued, "But this does rile me, it really riles me." The duo were discussing the recent news that the Liberal Democrats have called for a ban on playing music out loud on public transport, suggesting fines of up to £1,000 for those who flout the rules. Sir Ed Davey's party is aiming to amend the bus services bill that is currently progressing through the House of Lords, with the intention of making it illegal to play music and videos loudly from phones on buses and trains in England. They suggest that railway laws, which already forbid actions such as littering, spitting, and using offensive language, could be used to implement this change. Speaking on the issue, Charlie went on to say, "If you're in a public space and someone is loud on their device, so they're playing something or talking, having a conversation with someone else." It was clear that the issue bothered Naga as she jumped in, "Playing videos or playing music out loud without headphones, it really drives me mad, and then you end up being that person who glares at them but you don't want to glare at them too much because you don't want to get into a row." Charlie explained, "So it has been suggested now that there will be offenders on public transport, who will receive penalties of up to £1,000, so we'll see if that happens." The show then cut to a report from BBC reporter Jane McCubbin, who took her own phone onto a train to speak to some so-called headphone dodgers. A number of passengers on board were not bothered about the level of noise they were making on the train. However, back in the studio, Naga was not impressed as she added, "I just don't understand how they don't see that it is really annoying. It is just interrupting everyone's space of silence."